Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Sweatlords podcast episode 2. I got with me here a completely different group of sweaty boys. We got with me Garrett, Cam, and Parker. Garrett, who looks like that all the time. That is his real face. That is what he actually looks like. Oh, and Parker, I didn't even get your image on there. I completely forgot to do that. I'll have to do that in just a second here. But first, I was woefully unprepared for anything resembling a podcast. And I was on Twitter looking for things to talk about. And what I found was NASA is crashing a space probe into an asteroid so that we don't end up extinct like the dinosaurs. Thoughts?
Well, you have a rocket guy here.
That's true. Yeah, he's eating currently. He's eating an MRE.
Oh, great,
currently.
good. So you get the most uneducated possible opinions.
He could unmute his mic and just smack into the fucking into the microphone for a second.
I am consuming chicken burrito bowl 92338Y3NP15893.
Is that better than YPN3 whatever the
markedly. It is.
Yeah, it's better. Okay, that's good.
Incredible.
Are MREs actually are MREs actually dog shit, or is that just like a meme?
They're dog shit.
Okay.
It's like if you have time to heat them up, it's not so bad. But I'm in the comfort of my own home, and I still haven't done that. So
that's a new level of laziness. You're eating ready-made food, and you're not even like doing the. Oh my god, that's so big on my screen.
Oh no! It's.
Wait, what happened?
Just imagine that face eating out of a bag.
There he is.
So Parker, do you just have MREs like stacked up, like ready to go?
You fat stacking MREs.
Sometimes I have a few extras laying around. I'm not gonna say why.
I mean, what else? What other reason would there be other than just like for eating?
Oh, I thought you were going in another direction with that. Yeah. Let's just say I do a lot of camping.
Oh, well, that's actually not a bad reason at all.
Yeah.
No.
There's certainly like.
Can you link that article, by the way?
Yeah, I haven't even read it, to be honest. I was hoping that we could provide our entirely uneducated opinion on it.
That's the best way to hold a discussion, honestly.
Yeah, like, and this is NASA, right?
It does say that, yes.
Okay.
I think SpaceX is helping, but yeah, it's like a NASA mission.
Bloomberg quick take. What is this? This
NASA
isn't even
does
an article.
Nothing on its
There
own
it is.
now.
Bloomberg.
Yeah.
It's almost.
Don't worry, guys. It's a Bloomberg article. That's how you know it's a good one.
But
all right.
I would imagine they're just. Well, it's weird because
that headline is decidedly less weird. That one says, "Killer asteroids abound. NASA is ready to do something about it." But I like the one that says, "So that we don't end up extinct like the yeah." Specifically, so that we don't end up extinct like the dinosaurs, which I think is just beautiful, implying that dinosaurs are the only thing that has ever gone extinct, and not only that, but also that asteroids wiped them out, which I'm pretty sure is like has been debunked.
Do they need pilots?
Has it been?
I guess I don't know.
I don't think it has. I feel like that's still the prevalent.
I thought it was
theory.
climate change that wiped them out of some sort.
Yeah, it was
as
like
a result of the asteroids.
Yeah, the resulting climate change.
Yeah. If everyone would just stop using so many asteroids,
we wouldn't.
We wouldn't.
It's true. We didn't need asteroids this time around to fuck us.
So this meteor in Russia a few years ago, this thing was the size of a 4-story building.
I
didn't
know that.
I thought it was smaller too,
but I'm sure it
burn
just
up in the atmosphere, or
it hit.
It landed in like Siberia or some shit, probably.
It exploded in the atmosphere and shattered windows for like dozen or probably 100. I don't remember the radius, but there was a lot of injuries from people because they saw it in the sky and then they went all pressed their faces against the window like holy shit.
They didn't even need to do that because everyone in Russia has a dash cam.
Right.
They're like, I'll just watch that later.
But,
I've seen this one before.
Everyone, bunch of people went to go look at it, and then the sonic boom hit and shattered the glass, and there's a lot of cuts from that.
Gotcha.
I don't know if anyone died, but it was nuts. And then people just kept going about their day because it's Russia.
Honestly, if you told me people got injured or died because of a meteor, that isn't the reason that I would expect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
The glass of the windshield on their car broke because of a sonic boom.
Well, the cars probably didn't cause much because of tempered glass, but
that's true. Yeah,
safety glass. More like shop windows in your house. And now knowing this knowledge, if I saw that in the sky, I probably would still just press my face against the camera.
I needed an image for Cam.
Oh.
Yeah, I needed this. It's crazy. That's mine, but mirror.
Yeah, I don't. That's just how it came out. There you go.
Yeah.
I got an image for all of you now.
Shaved his ass.
Look at that majestic beast.
That is a
dude.
shaved ass on that camel.
He is fucking regal.
That happened.
Anyway.
That happened in Chelyabinsk, home of no fuckers. If you guys know no fuckers on YouTube. He's just a Russian dude who he used to make like fucking like Call of Duty meme montages, like the fucking MLG shit where you put like hit markers on everything. And now he just makes videos about like what it's like to live in Russia. What were we talking about?
We were talking about piloting rockets to go to the asteroid to blow it out.
We're talking about the clown world shit where the most important thing to NASA is stopping asteroids from hitting the Earth.
Okay, Nick, hypothetical. You're going to be given like $10,000 to get in the rocket and to volunteer to go to the asteroid and blow it up. Would you do it?
How much money again?
10 grand.
Holy shit, dude. How could you say no?
I mean,
10 whole smackaroos.
It's not really just about the money though, right? Like you'd be like trending on like
yeah, they'd probably make a movie about me, like
no, you'd be
Interstellar type shit. If I live.
And it's not even an asteroid that's actually going. That's the caveat, though. It's not an asteroid that's actually going to hit Earth at all. Like the trajectory is like way off, but they just want to like test it out. So
10K to become a permanent martyr for mankind.
Saving humanity or anything, but yeah. It's also super fucking dangerous, and you might die. I probably should also mention that.
But I will.
Okay, 20,000.
Oh, okay. Now I can't turn it down. Now that's pretty much too good to pass up.
Yeah, I mean, like Cam's a rocket guy.
Yeah, you guys are spacemen.
Yeah, you got two rocket guys.
You got two rocket guys. So what you guys would both of you have to, all three of you have to get into the rocket, and I can watch from like
two of us know what's going on, and Nick is there too.
You guys, you guys can pilot the rocket. I'll make sure that asteroid blows up real good.
So what I'm interested in here is
you're the one we send out.
Okay.
What I'm interested in here is the slim chance Garrett thinks exists where we live. How does that come about? Because I don't see it playing out.
Why are we sending humans in the first place?
I didn't specify if it was a one-way trip. I probably should have done that. I realized very quickly, like maybe offering the money.
I was about to say you just like send a ICBM to the asteroid, but then I suppose it would be like a IPBM, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but isn't there like a movie where like they send a rocket to the asteroid and then like Vin Diesel gets out in a spacesuit and plants the bomb and then comes back to Earth?
I was gonna say Vin Diesel too. What's his name?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that happens in Fast and Furious 8.
Die Hard guy. Yeah.
In Apollo.
It's the Die Hard guy. I can't think of his name.
Apparently they go to space in one of the Fast and Furious movies, and that's not even fake. Like they just decided that there was no reason to continue pretending that there was anything grounded in reality about that series.
It's time to give up. Is at that point.
I do have like an actual comment about this though, and I'm curious if Cam in particular thinks the same thing.
Okay.
So they're talking about redirecting the asteroid, right?
Yeah.
Don't they just know if they can do that with math?
I mean, yeah.
Like you could run a calculation and you would know.
Like
just on the math, bro.
On the grand scale of aerospace problems, like that seems like a pretty easy one. Like
it's literally just pushing it
It's
and then
can we hit this and with how much force? And I mean that's it.
Yeah.
Like that's the
I guess doing a test drive isn't the worst idea. Just to see if,
yeah, exactly.
That image,
so
that
fair
image on
enough.
that article is straight up Kerbal Space Program. that's a screenshot from Kerbal.
Yeah, right.
No, it made it to space, so
True.
it's not my Kerbal Space Program.
The one thing that, like, the existential question that I'm left with from this is, like, if an asteroid is going to hit Earth, like, should we just let it? Like, at that point, it's like, it's probably our time, right?
No,
Is there a universe where humans, like, exist in perpetuity? Just, like, hop from planet to planet, keep fucking them up, and then just, like, keep going?
Yeah, that universe is Elon Musk's brain.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
We're headed there. Yeah.
I mean, part of the whole Mars colony idea thing is to have some remnant of humanity on Mars if Earth gets hit by it.
What a lovely future, some remnant of humanity.
What are the logistics of just going
a dusty
underground?
shithole.
Like something hits the Earth, like the temperatures get all fucked, but like it's always 40 degrees underground, so like we all turn to fucking mole people. Like what are the logistics of that?
That'd be
Like, how
kinda
do we get
cool.
to that point?
I actually
you
I feel
kinda
like I can
could.
speak on this.
Nice.
As a mole person.
As a mole
I have,
person.
I have some authority here. So for my senior design project in college, we did that the semester after whenever Elon Musk like laid out his plan for his Mars colony, right?
Yeah.
So this masochistic professor was like, you know what, that's a great idea. I'm going to have my students next semester do a feasibility study of this, and you know, we're going to see if it's possible. So in our proposed Mars colony, everyone was a mole person who lived underground, never got to go outside. Life was awful. You made water from dirt, and yeah, you kind of just existed for the purpose of populating the colony.
How do you get like vitamin D? Because like my biggest worry. Well, here's the
could just
thing.
use
I
UV
already
light.
don't go outside, so like I'm
Yeah.
practically already more or less a mole person that could live underground.
So
So I'm
I
wondering
think-
like the logistics of like how you get your
You just go to
vitamins, 'cause,
the-
like, I have a multivitamin that I take, so
Yeah.
I don't have to go outside.
Yeah, you go to
Yeah,
the
so for the
Martian
purpose-
CVS and then you buy
Exactly.
your vitamins, buy your
Yeah,
gummies.
but like what would that be made out of? Because like it like what?
It's made out of vitamin D, of course.
Yeah, but where's the
Yeah.
vitamin D come from?
Earth.
What do you mean?
Look,
Where are you getting it now?
a good question.
Yeah.
It comes in a pill.
It's
I don't know
it's the only
what
way
it
I
is.
know how.
So
Don't you need to? Don't you
There's
produce
fish.
vitamin D?
Fish
You
have
don't
vitamin
take
D,
it
right?
directly.
Well,
You need.
I mean, vitamin
vitamin
D
D work?
supplements would beg to differ.
yeah.
Do mushrooms have vitamin D?
I don't
Do we
know.
know?
Do you, I
It's
guess
all-
I guess
I
if
feel
you
like
were a mole
mushrooms are
person,
like-
mushrooms might be a good source
Yeah,
of like.
Like mushrooms
live
are
Oh,
something.
you need
objectively-
sunlight to use vitamin D. But
like
but you
mushrooms
can
are
get that
objectively
underground.
the mole person's nutrition of choice, undoubtedly. Like I don't think you would eat anything else besides people. Like if you ran out of mushrooms, then it'd just be people.
There's only
Yeah.
two options.
That's all you fucking
Mushrooms
get.
and people.
Can you imagine like your whole plan of surviving on Mars revolves around mushrooms, and then you get there and you realize you can't fucking grow mushrooms on
can't grow
Mars?
Or you just didn't bring the mushrooms. You only brought
Yeah.
other people.
We forgot
Oh,
the
fuck.
spores, guys. It's over.
Yeah, fucking.
Um,
I mean, Matt Damon ate his own shit on Mars, so that was sick.
I mean,
oh yeah, that fucking movie.
we're all
It was a
eating
good
our own
movie.
shit.
That actually was a pretty
It's
good
pretty good.
movie.
It was pretty
Oh.
good, yeah.
All right,
Oh,
firm
Lord.
handshakes all around on The Martian being pretty good. Yo, so Thanksgiving's coming up. You guys excited for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
a buddy's.
Going to a buddy's? Nice.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna do I'm going on his night shift on a ride along.
Oh, okay, that kind of
there
buddy.
you
Oh, I have an advertiser friendly
That
topic.
kind of buddy.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Yeah, I was actually leading up to that because Britta asked me that. Well, let's do favorite and least favorite.
Oh man.
I mean, I usually just like the turkey,
The turkey.
to be honest.
I have I get a little bit more of the turkey every year. It's just one turkey, and you
Yeah.
just break off a little crumb every year. I love the
Oh, God,
turkey.
I'm feeling the brain damage. I'm trying to remember my favorite
Stuffing's
food.
really good too, though.
Yeah,
Stuffing
Dude,
is good.
I don't even remember
mashed
if I had
potatoes and
Thanksgiving
gravy.
last
That's my
year.
vote.
It's got I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I cheating if I say pie?
No,
No.
no.
That's
fair.
Which pie?
I'm a big pumpkin guy.
Yeah, pumpkin
but,
pie is
I
so
mean,
good.
I can do apple as well.
I used to
are you
hate
like
it.
a
I hated
pecan
it as a
guy at
kid,
all?
and I love it.
Do you like pecan?
I don't like pecans, but pecan pie is just sugar. So yeah, I mean,
I think you can fuck up a pecan pie pretty easily.
Oh, for sure.
I've had really good pecan. Is it pecan or pecan?
It depends on where you
pie.
live. In Alabama, it's pecan.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Is it also
I don't wanna
caramel
seem-
down there? Is that a caramel land?
I don't think so, but really, I'm not sure. I haven't heard that one much since moving here.
Interesting.
Caramel. Ugh.
They do call all like pop Coke, which is psychotic to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Is that
psychotic.
in Alabama too? I knew they did that
Yeah.
in like Texas. I wasn't sure it was like the whole South.
Yeah.
I can sit here and roast like various Southern habits and accents and stuff all I want, but
Oh,
like
God,
the
dude.
fact of the matter is that we're talking about Thanksgiving, and Minnesota has some of the most foul shit that they make for Thanksgiving. Like your hot dish and your green bean casserole. Like God,
Oh.
I just can't,
Do
man.
not call those things foul. Tater tot hot dish.
I
dude.
hate it. I hate it.
like
It's-
tater tot
Oh.
hot dish.
It's
Fuck
fucking.
you.
It's pig
So
slop. It's
good.
pig slop.
So
Oh, that's fine.
s-
Whatever.
I got it once when I was in Oh god, this is a hard one to give context to without doxing myself. When I was in North Carolina, I was in a line to get tater tot hot dish, and they ran out. And like somebody there knew I was from Minnesota, and he like had saved me a double serving, and he
Oh my
brought it to
God.
me like, "You're from Minnesota, right?" I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I got you tater tot hot dish."
He's like, this is what your people eat, right?
Yeah, the food of your people. It would be culturally insensitive to eat all of the tater tot hot dish and not give the Minnesotans some.
I actually think it's very culturally sensitive for me if someone else eats all the tater tot hot dish.
Fair. I'll bite that bullet for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. That's what friends are for.
Okay, what's like your absolute like least favorite Thanksgiving food then? Because like I'll eat tater tot hot dish, but I don't look at it and think it's like foul or anything.
I don't really like the cranberry, like the canned
Yeah,
cranberry.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I think as like a more generic Thanksgiving food, I think the cranberry salad or whatever the fuck you call it, I don't like that either.
Yeah, I've never been a fan.
No.
Some people love that canned shit though.
Yeah.
On their
that-
turkey.
Yeah, like that's their thing.
I just want
Have you seen
gravy.
Thanksgiving in a can before?
Yes, actually.
Isn't
Yeah.
Is it
fucking
like
sick?
everything?
It's the whole meal.
It's like the
layered.
PB&J in one squeeze bottle of
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
It's so fucking vile. Like watching people unpack that and like a turkey and like cranberry sauce all slides out in a giant slop of congealed garbage.
Yeah.
It might be the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It's
Nick, you
it's
might
up
want to
there.
show this on the screen for anyone that hasn't seen it.
Oh, don't show
Uh,
Thanksgiving in a can, please.
It's-
people
it's
can
against
voluntarily look-
TOS.
Let me
look that
let me
up.
see if here.
Why was that not an image? Oh, I copied the wrong thing.
Oh god. Ooh. Ooh. All right,
There's even like a salad layer. It's
I'm gonna have to fuck up the podcast overlay real quick to do
the
this.
top half would be fine because it's just like things that can be in a can. I feel like potato. I mean, yeah, potato and stuffing. I guess.
Some
and,
of
like,
it works.
gravy.
Oh god.
Yeah, there it is.
No.
Yep, there it is.
There it is,
Christ.
boys.
That's awful.
Look at just to the left of it. Look at instant Thanksgiving dinner. It's actually just.
I
brown.
closed it, but but
That's
I
fine,
believe
that's for
you.
the best.
I believe you. Canned salad. Yep. That's just canned.
People
That's canned
talk a lot
pain.
about how like people talk about like the turkey's not that good because like turkey's like super dry and whatever, but like learn how to make turkey, I guess. 'Cause I
Yeah,
haven't
you
had
gotta-
I
that
agree.
problem.
I think
Gotta boil it.
boil it.
Yeah, you gotta boil your turkey.
But with the pizza for flavor.
Did you guys see? So I saw this around the Halloween time frame because candy corn is always a big, contentious
Oh,
debate.
God, that-
like should it
it's so
exist? Should
bad.
it not?
Should it
but
exist? Does it deserve
that's
rights?
Besides the point, right? But that's besides the point. I saw this Thanksgiving dinner like candy corn bag. Like all the different corns are flavored something like here. There's a picture.
You did what I did, and you've copied it from Google
Yeah, I
like
did.
an idiot.
An
Like an
idiot.
idiot.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
awful.
Turkey dinner
Oh
candy.
no.
It's kind of cursed.
I want.
It
I want like
looks good if
Starburst
you
that are
don't like if you can't see the bag, you would assume that's like strawberry or something
Yeah.
and like apple, but no, it's green beans and
It's very much
cran.
not.
That is,
Why
it's one of
That's
those things
fucking
that I want
terrible.
though.
Why do people make things like I don't
Why do people make
it.
things?
like?
Return
There
to
was another
monkey.
human at some point that thought that was like a good idea and thought it would sell really
Oh, they
well.
knew it
And
was a
very
bad
well,
idea.
it might sell well. I don't know, but because there was like gross out culture for a while, like in the early
Yeah.
2000s with like different foods
Oh,
and
every
candies and
single
stuff.
kid's toy was like something gross, like
Yeah.
90s and
Like
Yeah.
2000s.
blue ketchup and shit.
Oh yeah.
They did
Well,
that.
blue
Oh,
ketchup
God.
literally was just ketchup, but it was just dyed blue.
Yeah,
But
It
it's
still
it's
tasted
like,
weird though, which was probably psychosomatic because you're like,
yeah.
you know, it's like just wrong. But
yeah.
That's the thing though. It is just wrong.
oh my god, this Sonic blue curry.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's gonna be
that's my favorite Thanksgiving food. Yeah. Sonic
Yeah,
Sonic blue
every year
curry.
my grandma makes her special Sonic blue curry.
Jesus Christ.
It's a German tradition.
So are we in agreement that the cranberry sauce is probably like objectively
I think so. I just like don't
Yeah.
see the point of it. Like people put that on their turkey. Like stuffing
really?
I get, like, but yeah, I don't know. I just
Put what on it? Cranberry
yeah,
sauce?
that's what someone was saying. I've never seen someone do that, but
Yeah, so you can put it on
like
your
a sweet-
turkey. I know people that really like I put jam on a turkey sandwich. I just don't like cranberry in particular. It's
Really?
very
yeah, I
bitter
actually like
and-
cranberry. I just don't
Yeah.
like that cranberry sauce, like stuff, salad, whatever the
Yeah,
fuck you
try
call
putting
it.
Like- it's
try
like a
putting jam on
gelatin,
a
it's
turkey
weird.
sandwich sometime. It's good. Yeah, it's very fake.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
if you made like a real one, it would actually be good.
Yeah, I was gonna say like canned anything, like you're already kind of getting a certain type of quality with that, and
Yeah.
cranberry sauce for sure is gonna kind of taste cheap. So
But somehow it being canned became part of the tradition for a lot of. I think it's the UK where it's like
Mm.
the tradition is canned, and I don't know why.
says a lot about our society.
Can
It
it
says a
go
lot about
away, please?
society.
I see Britta in chat saying jam on a turkey sandwich with a bunch of question marks, and I would actually just like to take this moment to point out that Britta eats Cheetos on her peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So if she thinks
I
Okay.
put
What?
pickles on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
okay,
Can I ban another mod?
That's-
That's the question.
I've done those.
I
I've done that
timed Britta
before.
out one time in chat and it unmodded her, so please don't. but
oh, that's right.
the pickles that's weird too. I can't get over
Yeah.
that either. But
Pickles with what?
on a PB and J.
Just pickles and peanut butter.
Oh, just
Oh,
pickles
it
and
had
peanut
banana.
butter.
That's a classic.
yeah.
but
It's
pickles
actually not
and-
that bad. It's kind of got like a salty,
Bananas,
sweet-
despite having the
combination.
same
Oh my
shape
God.
sliced up as pickles, are quite different.
a little bit. Yeah.
Somebody once told me about cheese and peanut butter on a
Ah.
sandwich. And I didn't believe him that it would be good. And just to spite him, I made one in the dark out of an MRE. So it was MRE snack bread.
Why in the dark?
It was. We were outside. It was MRE jalapeno cheese and peanut butter, which is fine out of an MRE. It was like the worst thing I've ever eaten. And so now I'm like, it's not good, dude. And he's like, you made it out of a fucking MRE, you moron.
To be fair, that doesn't sound good, but the story you just told was like the equivalent of like saying, I heard this pizza shit was pretty good, so I got like some bread and some tomatoes. I don't know, that shit sucked though, bro. I just smashed them together. That shit was terrible.
I milked a cow directly on top of it for the cheese.
Oh
It would have been a
god.
lot fresher than my version of his cheese and peanut butter sandwich, I guess. But there are some surprising combinations because, well, I thought about that later. Somebody was saying like cheese and like jam, and I was like, that's disgusting. And then I remember that like I like crackers with cheese and jam, so like I guess as a sandwich.
Well, yeah,
maybe it makes sense.
the cheesy crackers with the peanut butter on them are actually really good too. Um,
I'm not big on those, but you also can barely distinguish the flavors. It's kind of its own thing in the
I didn't
store-bought
understand
process,
those
like-
until I smoked weed for the first time. I was like, I get it. There's like cheese and peanut butter, and they're like two totally different experiences.
Like the yin and yang.
That's it, pretty much. You know, my thought process was not that far
It's
from
like
that.
these crackers bring balance to the universe.
Yeah. Okay, I wasn't on DMT.
Do they make like fucking like shitty Ritz cracker snacks where it's like a peanut butter cheese thing?
Yeah.
I think
Is it-
that is
They make
Ritz,
one
isn't it?
with just peanut butter. I don't know about peanut butter and
Yeah.
cheese.
Okay.
I'm gonna find out.
I feel like they would have done that at some point, but also that like that shit is not cheese. I don't know
No,
what the fuck
but it's good.
they
No,
put in
that's
those
the
little
thing.
snack crackers. I kind of got sick of them. I think I ate like a really old bag one time or something.
Yeah, that'll do
and
it.
it was yeah. It made me realize
Okay.
maybe this isn't real. Whatever I'm eating.
So Ritz doesn't do peanut butter and cheese, but Keebler does. I think it's just.
Oh, Keebler.
Yeah, but
Keebler
aren't
has no
they-
morals.
They're basically all the same
No.
company, right? Isn't there like a there's like a graph
They're
showing
probably-
you like
you're
a bunch of
probably right.
parent companies that own like all these different brands and
It's
shit?
like every news outlet is owned by the same guy. Like,
Yeah.
The same guy.
yeah. He doesn't
But
even know.
I wonder if I can find that image. It's kind of fascinating because then you see like, oh, Mars candy
Oh,
is
yeah.
owned by the same people that make
Like, yeah.
deodorant or something. I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
Johnson, no, not Johnson.
It all
Johnson.
goes back to
Hershey's
Johnson
is
and
still its own
Johnson.
thing.
Like it's something like that. I'll fucking
It's all Johnson and Johnson, a family company.
yeah.
I can't say Johnson and Johnson
Without saying a
finishing
family
it.
company. I honestly didn't even remember that like tagline until you just said it.
I can't.
I think-
If I drive past a Menards, it's that the jingle stuck in my
That
head.
one,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, that
Weird.
one literally has not changed in like like a quarter of
No.
a century at least. Like as long as I've
What,
been
Menards?
alive. Yeah.
Yeah, save big
Yeah.
money.
Say big money at Menards.
Is Menards like a local thing, or they're Menards?
It's a Midwestern, I
Oh,
think.
Midwestern,
Procter and Gamble, Britta said, is one of them that owns a ton of brands.
Oh, there
that
we go.
that sounds right.
Yeah.
Yep. Wait,
Probably not Menards.
Procter
though.
and-
pregnant? What's
Procter and
that say in
Bramble?
chat?
She did say, "Am I pregnant? What the fuck?" But she said because the cheese and peanut butter sandwich sounded good. She's not pregnant,
Oh,
It actually sounded poggers.
unless
Unless.
Nestle. Well, yeah, Nestle owns a
Yeah,
bunch of
Nestle's
shit.
big.
Yeah.
Mars owns
How do you know?
like half the
Ugh.
candy.
You guys know that Nestle?
Yeah, Mars owns a
owns
ton of
water
shit. Gerber ad. I
They
can't
own
remember what
Gerber
Gerber ad.
first.
Yeah.
that you feel every day.
They own the
thirst.
thirst. Nestle.
I don't know. I'm just ignore me.
Oh yeah, that should be their
this
slogan.
point.
Nestle, we own the thirst.
I'm gonna try to find that fucking image. I don't know. I don't even. Know
It's just
how
like
to
an
say this.
infographic or something that shows all
Yeah,
the.
yeah, and it shows like a
Nestle
bunch of
is
brands.
I
good
feel like
for
I've seen that
different
before
kinds of
too.
life.
The other thing is all the one with all the car brands. Have you guys seen that shit? That one's less about like I didn't realize like this one brand owned all this shit, and more about like I have never heard of half of these brands before.
Yeah.
Internet, yeah. If you go to like, I mean, like a lot of other countries just have like their own variant of like the same shit under a different brand.
Yes.
It's weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I think I found it. That was actually not too hard. I just had to search brand companies infograph owns products. I'm very articulate. Okay, there it is.
Oh, Britta sent it to me as well. Holy
Oh my
shit!
god, it's massive.
Oh my god.
And you kind of get a general idea of who owns.
I'm
what,
sure a
and-
bunch
and-
of these are like international.
God,
like
it just made
Bimbo
me-
bread.
Well,
I'm
the
sure is on
interesting
here
thing is
somewhere.
Just made me
sometimes
download the file. What the hell?
They'll own like the same product but at like different prices or whatever. And they can basically pretend that two companies or two products are competing with
Oh
each
my
other. when
God,
in reality they're owned by the
sunglasses.
same company.
Glasses and sunglasses are like all owned by the same company and made in like the same factory. So like if you buy knockoff
yeah.
Ray-Bans, it was probably made in the same factory, the same way
Oh,
as
that's
the real
funny.
ones.
That's
Like,
funny.
Yeah.
They do that with like a lot of cars too, where like the internals will literally just be the same, but then the
my
luxury brand will have
sunglasses
like
are-
different just bells and
Oh,
whistles,
yeah.
basically.
Yep.
My like the sunglasses I own are like Pugs, whatever it
Pogs.
is, like, and they're indistinguishable. I feel like from
Pugs.
something. If
Are
I
they called
bought it, like-
pugs?
expensive.
Wait, why does
I
that
think
sound
it is
familiar?
pugs.
I actually think you
You've
might be
probably
right.
seen them in gas stations.
Or like
I,
like a Fleet Farm or some shit.
They have the beanies too. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is. It's pugs, and I think the logo is straight up like a pug dog.
Yeah. I buy all my sunglasses from gas stations and I never lose them. I just throw them away, which I have to do several times because they'll keep showing back up.
Hmm.
This infographic is scary though. I don't know like 90% of these brands too. I'm sure a bunch of them are European and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if a lot of them are just have like different names, like internationally or whatever.
It looks like all of the gum in the world is owned by 2 companies, from what I'm seeing.
That
Yeah,
well, yeah, and Wrigley's owned by Mars.
Yeah.
right.
damn.
But there's Wrigley, and then there's something called Mondelez International, I think.
Yep.
They seem to have some.
Yeah,
some
I've heard
gum
of that.
brands.
I've heard of that company before.
Yeah.
Nothing makes my mouth water like the words Associated British Foods PLC.
It's a good thing they come up with snappier names for their individual products than that. It's like, oh, are you enjoying your British Candy Bar Incorporated?
Damn.
God, there's so many.
Dude, I've been staring at the General Mills logo for the last like 5 minutes, thinking that it was GE, like General Electric, and it just dawned on me, like, no.
Can you
no-
believe
there's
that the
no
General Brothers Mill and Electric went,
Mill and Electric.
went and formed their own 2 brands?
Like you can
Don't forget
kinda tell
General
that's
Motors.
General Mills,
Yeah,
but
that's
there's
true.
there's no M in the logo. They should have had an M in there.
Yeah.
Makes it easier.
Yeah, I often refer to General Mills as GM. I love their trucks.
Yeah.
All right, I actually had nothing prepared, and we somehow managed to kill like 30 minutes already. So,
That's pretty good.
the only thing
Trying to
that I
find
really had
topics.
like on my docket was just that I wanted to talk about Halo Infinite because we talked. Obviously, none of you guys were here, but we did talk about it last week because it wasn't out yet. But there was like this whole debate over whether like it was a good idea for Halo Infinite to have a fucking battle royale. And I mean, I don't know. I think it's stupid. But anyways,
I
now
watched that bit of the stream.
Yeah.
I was working or something, but
yeah, but now that the game is out, I think like and it has done very well on like Twitch and YouTube and all that
Yeah,
shit.
for sure.
I feel like the answer to that question seems pretty obvious. Like, I guess, you know, it's still early. The game could still like just fall off a cliff and die. But like, I mean, I don't know. I think the game is good. You guys, at least Cam and Parker, I know, have played it. Do you guys enjoy it?
Yeah.
yeah, we talked about this a good bit, just like in the Discord, and I think if it stays, maybe they've even made little changes since I last played, but if it stayed in its release state,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would have much staying power because there's just like too many balance issues and whatever. But it's all fixable issues. It's
Yeah,
not
totally,
like a completely.
totally.
No, it's not like they need to go start over. I have a lot of fun with it, which surprised me. I'm not a Halo person,
Yeah.
and I had pretty low expectations.
It's-
I had a lot of fun.
It's
so.
not like, yeah, and the like balancing issues aren't even so much like that anything is like blatantly overpowered. There's just like some weapons that you just like will never pick up.
You,
Or
like, start
vehicles
out
that
with the
spawn
assault
like
rifle, which
at a
is
stupidly
fine.
slow rate.
Yeah.
Like this is actually another topic of conversation, but someone was like had a challenge that was something along the lines of kill 3 people with the Wraith turret. And they were basically like, I have played this game for 20 hours and I have seen 1 Wraith in my entire time.
Yeah.
Like-
and I doubt he was the one driving. It,
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I have one time been in a Wraith and one time been in a Scorpion, and I think that was about it. And I have about 20 hours in the game.
I forgot the Scorpion even existed. I wasn't even sure if it was in the game.
Yeah,
yet.
it is.
Like,
I was the same for about half of the time that I played. I was not sure that the Scorpion was in it.
Then you probably got doinked by one across the map.
No,
Like,
actually,
hey,
it
there's
spawned right in
Scorpions
front of me,
this
and I
game.
immediately got in, and it was great. It was glorious.
Is there any interest in the campaign or?
Yeah, the campaign looks cool from what I've seen. Like, just at face value, I think the campaign looks enjoyable, and it looks like they went kind of a cool direction with it, because to what I've seen, it looks like a Halo campaign, but at the same time is like kind of this bigger open world deal with multiple sort of nodes or like objectives to complete.
Yeah, I saw you can like unlock stuff for multiplayer in the campaign, so that's kind of a cool
Yeah,
thing.
I don't think it's really like a ton of stuff, but it's a nice I guess it's a nice olive branch, especially to the people who are mad that it's like generally pretty hard to unlock stuff for free in the multiplayer.
I feel like if you have the campaign, you should at least get the first season pass. Like,
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I don't know if they're planning on doing that, but it would be a good idea, especially for $60. I mean, I have a theory, and people have talked about this where they're like, I would have paid $60 like just so that the multiplayer wouldn't have microtransactions. I mean, I think those people are smoking dope. Like, there's no way this game, even if the multiplayer is bundled with the $60 campaign and not like standalone and free, I think there is no way that the game is free of microtransactions. I just don't see it.
Those are just here to stay, like industry wide. That's it.
Yeah, and I'm not even saying I like it.
As long as it's not loot box stuff, right. As long as you're not getting there's no pay to win going on. It's purely cosmetic. It's like it's fine.
I actually like free to play to some extent, just because of the low barrier of entry, which means that you're going to get a bunch of unskilled players checking it out, which makes it a lot easier to play the game, because I think the pool, the sample pool of people you're fighting against is usually a little bit more averaged out.
Yeah.
Well, you can play a bunch as if you're playing like a demo, and then if you want to throw some money at it, like I did that with like Warframe. I played the game for like 500 hours, and then I bought like a $10 cosmetic bundle, maybe. Like so.
One of the 50,000 items that they have in that game, which I wonder if somebody's kept, because I remember somebody did a quick thing saying like in order to unlock all the cosmetics in the new Halo game is like $1,000 or something, right? I'm wondering if somebody did that with Warframe, because that game has an absolute like stupid amount of items that like you can unlock both like in game, either just by grinding or like exclusive items that are cosmetic or whatever.
There wasn't there was only a few like cosmetic things that were completely locked off behind a paywall, but most of it was like, you could just grind a ton for it.
Are you talking about Warframe still?
Warframe, yeah. Okay. But I'm wondering, like I think it's thousands upon thousands of dollars you could spend on the game in order to get all the fucking like cosmetic shit.
Well, it is the same way for Halo, and I mean, this is where I have some complaints about the game. But my bottom line is that the game is really good, and assuming, because I have no reason to believe that they would just stop updating the game, assuming that they're going to add maps and game modes and like free events. There's literally a free event that just started today that has like a 30-tier battle pass associated with it that gives you a bunch of free shit. Like, as long as they keep doing that shit, I think the game will be fine. I think it's going to be a good game, and it will stick around. The big problem that a lot of people have, and like if you went to like the Halo subreddit, you would think it's the fucking end of the world, is
I know
that they're not happy about the progression system and the monetization and the cosmetics. And I can see where they're coming from. My opinion is that I am capable of just saying like I don't care about that. I'm just going to play the game and enjoy it. But at the same time, some people do play the game like to feel a sense of progression, and like if you play the game for free, that shit just like does not exist at all. And then on top of that, the some of the choices they made with the cosmetics are weird. Like you have the armor cores that just have certain pieces associated with them, so you can unlock like
sort of confusing.
It is, well, it's not only confusing, but like it almost feels like it's specifically designed so that like you could see something in the store that you like, buy it, only to find out that you can't use it with another thing that you like, and like essentially be like scammed out of your money.
Sure.
And there feels like no real
Oh.
reason for it. The official reason, I think, is to prevent like model clipping, but you would think too that the better way to do that would just be to resolve clipping issues.
Right,
Yeah, that's like you had 3 different studios design the new
Right.
Spartan armor, and then they were like, "Oh shit, our parts don't work together."
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
make 3 different. Yeah, and some of them looked different enough where I guess in a game like Halo, it doesn't matter that much. It's not like super precise shooting in general. But if you start getting into too crazy shapes, it's like, dude, where the fuck are the hitboxes? But
Well,
Halo's pretty
it-
loose about hitboxes and shit. so-
Infamously, the elite hitbox in Halo 3 was actually smaller, or if it wasn't smaller, it
Oh,
was
yeah.
very unclear.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I would hope that it's something that they're looking at fixing in the future, because I think it's like, as much as I'm like I'm on board like Cam is with sort of the idea of like that games in the future are just going to be free to play with monetized with cosmetics, and I don't have any problem with that as long as it doesn't affect the gameplay. That I think that they should fix it so that if you buy something that you can just fucking use it, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it seems awfully, I don't know, I don't want to say that it's like deliberately confusing or like manipulative. Like, it probably is just developer laziness, honestly. But they got to fix that. And then the other weird thing too is
If it
that
was at least clear, it's kind of like, okay, too bad you can't use this other thing, but you know not to buy both at least. Then. Like,
yeah, I guess. Unfortunately, at that point, it's just lesson learned, I guess. But
yeah.
the other big thing is the color palettes too are just weird. Like, you can get through the battle pass and in the store, you can buy these color palettes, but you just kind of get the color palettes where you can't choose the colors. They just like, you buy the full palette.
Yeah.
And then those are also locked to armor cores, which you cannot use the clipping excuse for, because they just apply the color to the armor. So that one I don't understand either. That one just seems like deliberately like they want to sell the same palette for different armor cores and just make more money off of it. I don't know.
Right.
I'm taking notes down like this. It's greedy as fuck, but all those dark patterns, like I'm gonna put that in everything that I make. I'm gonna make like a shitty phone game that it just incorporates every single awful dark pattern imaginable, and then throw in like NFTs and gotcha mechanics.
Yeah,
and there you go.
there you go,
Perfect
yeah.
game.
Yep.
Gotcha mechanics that get you cosmetics that don't work with each other. That would be actually like the most cruel thing ever.
I wonder if somebody's actually gone out of the way to like make the worst possible like scummy game. Like they aren't even doing it necessarily for money. They're just like, what's like the worst possible business model that is deliberately designed just to like try to make money? And
It's
nothing else.
got to
Like,
be
there's
loot boxes, dude. Like, in terms of
Yeah.
things that
Yeah.
have already been put in
Yeah.
games, it's got to be loot boxes.
I
Yeah.
think actually like specifically gotcha mechanics though, like Garrett is saying, like where you unlock parts of the game like through random mechanics, like
Yeah.
spend $200 to get like something that should already be in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I would imagine phone games are worse with that, but I would imagine
Oh,
there's a lot of games with
the
gotcha
thing
now.
that sucks about phone games is like, obviously I don't care that much about phone games because it's like I don't do it that much, but there's like nothing to play while you're having a shit that doesn't require you to like
not
make
anymore.
microtransactions. Like,
There's no other time I'm playing phone games. It's only when I'm on the cam.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I mean,
Warface
that's
and
true.
I don't know what DOA 6 is. Oh, is it Dead or
There
Alive
are-
6? Those are both
There
examples
are
in my chat.
There are good like phone games though, but you have to sift
Dead or
through
Alive
like a ton of
6.
shit.
Dude, I will not. I'll be straight up. I have put more hours into the Pokemon MOBA on mobile than I have into any other game over the last 3
That's so
months.
funny.
Probably.
I don't
Yep.
even know what that
Been
is.
doing
There's a
I play it.
Duolingo.
I play it with my coworkers. Like, that shit is.
Wait, when you
like,
say
it's
MOBA,
good.
It's like Pokemon Unite, right? Isn't that the name of it?
Yeah. So it came out first on Switch like earlier this summer, I think, and then it released on mobile in September, I want to say.
Pokemon Go back
How-
inside. There's a pandemic.
what are the like what are the mechanics of the MOBA game? Like, do you
So essentially, I don't know if you're familiar with like Dota or League of Legends, but it's
Like,
same
generally,
genre,
yeah.
same genre, but very very simple, like kid friendly, basically, right? Not like, I don't know. everything's pretty dumbed down, so there's none of the like super complex shit that you can get into in like Dota or League. But basically, 5 players on each team, right? You pick a character, a Pokemon to play from a pool that are in the game, so they don't have all, however many exists now. Like I lost track.
That would be crazy though if they did.
That's what I was gonna ask. I was
fucking
wondering if there was
nuts, right?
like some money incentive mechanic to be like,
Oh, there
if
is
you spend this amount and you get...
absolutely money incentive.
It's pay to win is what I've heard.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, basically. So there's I haven't put
898 Pokemon.
That's insane. Yeah, so
God.
in Pokemon Unite, I don't know the exact number. There's probably 20, maybe 25, right? And you can buy them with either the premium currency, right, which you buy with US dollars, or you can get them with the in-game currency, which there is a cap on how much of that you can earn per week by playing the game. And they give you a pretty good amount of it up front just for like doing tutorials and stuff.
Sure.
So by the time
that's the first shot of heroin
exactly,
from the
exactly.
Yeah.
So by the time you've learned how to play the game, you have enough to buy, 1, maybe 2 characters, like whoever you want, right? But after that, it's like you have 3 or 4 weeks of gameplay before you can buy, the new guy. And they follow the Riot Games model that Riot does with League of Legends, where every time they come out with someone new, they just make him fucking busted so that they can make a ton of money, right? So that's the model there. I mean, I'm convinced that there are no mobile games that are free from pay to win.
Not probably multiplayer games. What I've noticed mostly is like just puzzle games a lot of times, and even those sometimes like randomly are like you can only try this many puzzles today, and if you fail, you have to buy more lives or something like just weird shit like that.
My all-time favorite smartphone games are asset flip Unity games that every 5 seconds will pause to give you an advertisement.
Hell yeah!
Like that is some chef kiss shit.
I will literally take invasive ads on my mobile games over pay to win mechanics. Like I don't even care. Like I'll watch that ad. I don't give a shit.
Like why not both though?
True. Yeah.
Like, you gotta make that money.
Kitchen
somehow,
sink it. Didn't the guy who made Flappy Bird make like a metric fuck ton of money in like the week that game was on the App Store
just
before he like
and he received like a shitload of death threats too because of certain for some reason I don't know who's going out of their way to send death threats to the
Flappy Bird guy.
developer. Like why? But apparently that was a thing too.
It's like no, you didn't have one before if you ended up fucking spending the whole day playing Flappy Bird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why? I don't know.
That was why he deleted it though. He deleted it because he felt bad that people got addicted to his game. Like that was literally why he deleted it.
Somebody like played it until they died.
They
started.
It's Flappy Bird. That's crazy.
In China, right? Like that sounds like something that could only happen in China.
I don't know.
I don't even know. It's like what I'm trying to imagine, like why anyone would play that much Flappy Bird. I just like coming up completely.
I do want to share this site because I was learning about this
dark pattern.
But there's ideas or psychological ideas you can implement in your games, and there's a lot of
it's how casinos work.
It's the exact same concepts where you can play on human psychology to get people to essentially give you money.
Right.
Dark
through,
games.
Smartphone games. Yeah. So
temporal dark
patterns. Darkpattern.games is the
interesting.
The site, it'll teach you about all.
I
of
like
the
this a
fucked
lot.
up shit they do. Yeah, no, it's cool. And it'll also tell you like which games are considered dark versus like healthy. So
I'm guessing most of the games that I play are on there, but you know what?
Maybe. You play Angry Birds 2? That's one of them.
Well, is it mostly mobile games?
Yes, like it's like a ridiculous amount of those.
It does say helping you find healthy mobile games. Because I was gonna say even games that I like like PC games that I just think are fun, and that I don't really like buy a shit ton of stuff in, like Halo and Valorant and shit are like still like riddled with a lot of this shit. Like
sure,
yeah. Yeah, like Halo, I probably just won't ever play it enough to really care if I have like cosmetics when I play. I can't think of really any game where
I bought the one battle pass that's out right now for Halo just because they never go away. Like that's actually the one like plus that I'll give to the monetization system.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Is because I can just play that game like as long as I want, and eventually I will just finish that battle pass, and at that point there will probably be like 3 or 4 battle passes out. And then I can just like
really
if
hate the model that like
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say like I hate that model where it's like you have to be playing the game. It's like, oh, I had a vacation and I couldn't finish the battle pass. Like, but you paid for that. Like that's kind of fucked up.
Right.
Yeah, the Siege definitely, like when they introduced the battle pass, they did they gave you the like first shot of heroin, you know? It was like a 30 tier battle pass and it cost like $5 and it was like, oh, this was easy and I got everything and it was all super cool. And then like a few months later, the battle passes were like 100 tiers, and I was like, "Wait a second! I only did 40 of these, and most of it was just like renown boosters." What do I?
Yep.
And then and so I stopped. But I also like don't really play Siege anymore, anyways. I actually kind of don't totally hate Valorant's battle passes. I didn't buy the latest one, but because I haven't been playing that game a whole ton. But like, you actually get some pretty good stuff for those, and they're always $10, and like they're somewhat easier to finish than other games, but still they go away, and that's like the big problem, right? Halo has kind of like they haven't solved it because I think the progression is still kind of shitty, the way they do it, but like at least that stuff never goes away, and if I want, I can finish this battle pass in like 3 years if I so please.
Sure. Fear of missing out. Timed events in games are objectively awful.
Yeah.
Because you have a bunch of content that like a company will work on, and then as soon as it's over, it's like, oh, it's gone. Can't play it anymore.
It's funny you mentioned that because Deep Rock Galactic released a completely free battle pass, and I still have no idea like if it goes away when time runs out, and it's like, but why? Like it was free. Like why do you need to make it a timed thing?
I don't know.
I guess they just want
a time limit on it.
Oh, so
they've just
it is or isn't going to expire.
They said it'll be going for it is going to end. They just didn't give the end date.
Oh, that's funny.
And they're like, oh, it'll probably go for like 5 to 6 months, so there's plenty of time for people to finish. And it's like, yeah, but like I play a lot of different games, and sometimes I'm really busy with work, and like a few months goes by really fast sometimes. So
yeah,
I hope I can still do it all.
I mean, at that point, it's probably just more about like keeping the server population full and just like rewarding dedicated players than it is like because you're not paying for it anyways. So like the stuff in there is not like really rightfully owed to you in any way. I guess
not
like
at all.
Yeah. Digital hoarding.
Well, like from a developer standpoint, the part that I find weird is when you have like a new map or a new character, a new game mechanic or game mode that they decide is only going to last for a month, and then they just never bring it back, like ever. Like it's
Rainbow
perfectly
Six's
functioning content that would get people to check out a game, and then suddenly
Siege's zombie thing was a lot of fun, and I want that back.
They're gonna bring it back as a $40 game.
Are you serious?
Which I'm
you know about that?
You mentioned it. I don't know the details.
Yeah, they're making like a basically like Left 4 Dead-esque game out of Outbreak, and I don't know. Like,
do you guys know about the new? I mean, it's not properly the new Left 4 Dead. It's like
Back 4 Blood.
Back 4 Blood.
I think. Back 4 Blood. Yeah.
I heard mixed feelings.
That's what I was
gonna
say too.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to pull the trigger on like a $60 game that might just be like mediocre.
I feel like it's just still worse than Left 4 Dead 2 is what I've like. It's not really an improvement. Like it looks better, but it plays worse. So it's like, just play Left 4 Dead.
I think it's like a Game Pass game for a lot of people. Like a lot of people who own the like Xbox Game Pass are like just like played a little bit of it and were like, yeah, it's cool, and then just like stopped. I don't know. I'm not into any of like the Game Pass stuff yet. I feel like at some point, like you have to imagine like that Xbox is making like a shitload of money off of it right now. But Evan in my chat saying it's 3 months right now for $1. Like, how the fuck are they making money off of that? I guess just people who forget to cancel or whatever.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's another dark pattern, actually.
Wow,
It's to get people
that's
to
true.
Start on a subscription and people fucking forget.
And it's probably a subscription that you can only cancel over the phone.
Or some shit like that. Yeah,
They
make it deliberately annoying to cancel shit, and that also plays into
Comcast would fucking leave me alone.
That's a subscription that I wish I had remembered not to renew. My internet. Sometimes I feel that way when I go on Twitter. Oh.
So I use I have fiber from a local service, and
same boy.
Cam would know the one, but so it wasn't set up properly in my apartment. Like they didn't run a long enough wire, and they're gonna have to come out and like redo some things. So I did Comcast, and if you cancel within a month, it's free. So I just did Comcast for like 3 weeks, and then I canceled it. And every time they call me, I'm like, please stop calling me. I don't even live there anymore, or it's like I'm bundled with my roommate or something. Like just whatever makes them think that there's no way I am going to buy fucking Comcast.
Yeah.
And they just keep calling.
Sorry, Cam, what?
Oh, so I switched when I moved from my apartment to my house. I switched from AT&T fiber to Google Fiber. And when I called AT&T to cancel, I legitimately told them that I was moving outside of the country and had no need for internet.
Sorry, I'm shipping off to Tanzania.
Honestly, just give every company you talk to like misinformation. If it's not the government and it's like not your bank, like just
wait, Nick,
lie.
if an ad is playing, can people still hear us?
Yeah. Well, some people.
Okay.
Some people.
Some people. Did they buy the battle pass?
Yeah, they have to buy the Dumpster Man battle pass.
Perfect.
The Twitch just makes me run ads eventually, so
I thought it was.
Yeah.
So can you kind of pick when they're gonna be? But if you go too long, it'll just run.
Yeah, that was what I did. Was we started talking about Comcast, and I read it. I was like, okay,
is that a
Comcast.
Twitch emote that Britta just did, or is that like one of yours?
Yeah, that's our boy Jimberly.
I was gonna ask, how's your guys' car extended warranty going?
Oh, it's going great.
Okay, I actually have one.
I have like 12 of them.
That must fuck you
Who
up.
doesn't love shitting on Comcast?
Like, is this real?
Well, no.
They
So
keep calling me about student loans that I never took out student loans. So
I understand that not everyone can live by this rule, just like depending on what you do for a job or like a myriad of things, right? But I live by the philosophy of if your number is not in my contacts, I will not pick up the phone.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way.
You'll leave me a message. Like,
one thing I really don't like about the pandemic is how like my cell phone just became my work phone. Like I don't enjoy because I was working from home for like a year straight, and so now a lot of clients have gotten used to just reaching me via my cell phone, which is
so there's PBX apps you can use too that's supposed to separate like work calls from normal calls. So if your job isn't offering something like that, that sucks.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's not supposed to be like that. You shouldn't have to use a personal number for
my cell phone
anything except like getting the job.
My cell phone is linked to an in-office phone.
Oh,
so no matter who's calling me for work, it comes through as the name of my employer. So I just know it's a work call and I answer with, my normal thing.
I was about to say that would be annoying,
which is nice,
I guess,
actually.
But only if you're getting calls like all the time, because otherwise then it would be nice because you at least know which ones not to pick up outside of work hours.
Yeah, well, if I'm not working, I just won't answer it, and I don't get many phone calls, and I only get them during the workday, like usually. So, because we use Skype, someone can just see if I'm online or not, and I've never gotten a call when I've been set to anything but online. So it hasn't been a problem.
Yeah, but to just wrap up the Halo thing real quick, it's good. It's a good Halo game. It works like with it feels like old Halo, but also with like some new stuff. They got to fix the fucking like weird customization, monetization. Another thing actually is like the challenge progression is really weird. Like just because there needs to be another way to progress. I feel like because otherwise like it's like just straight up bad for the health of the game for people to only be able to progress through challenges because they like they will just like play weird or not play for objectives. Like people already are complaining about that. Like they need to just give you some like XP for winning or shit like that.
Yeah, just a baseline.
Apollo and Chad had said like maybe they would have ironed out some of the, or this was a while ago
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You said something about ironing out those issues if they hadn't done the early release, but that's kind of why I think it's fine that they did an early release, because it's like they won't necessarily know these things until they've had a community to try it.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess
And like if you're playing the game now for free and losing your shit that it's not exactly what you want, it's like whatever.
yeah, playing for
And if you
free
didn't like
during
it, why'd
the
you buy the battle
beta.
pass?
Well, yeah, that too. I guess like the people who are mad about this stuff are probably like mad about all of this
Oh, the
stuff.
beta, okay.
But yeah, and it's technically a beta too. Although I think calling it a beta and releasing it early and being like, oh yeah, we'll fix this and we'll fix that is like, it's a little bit of
was weird.
like just some like positive PR, I guess, because like
Yeah.
if they had released it and like everyone had just been like fine with this shit, they would have just been like, yeah, whatever, we're not going to change it. But now they're like, oh yeah, we'll change this, we'll change all this stuff because we're a developer that listens, and like, yeah, you know, like, so I think they're trying to drum up like a little bit of goodwill. But I mean, if as long as they fix it, I don't care what the reason they fix it is. Like, you know, and on top of that, even if they didn't fix it, like, I don't know, I just like won't buy shit from the store or buy the battle pass again. Like, I'll just play the game for free because it is fucking free.
It is kind of funny how the whole idea of a beta has like it no longer really means what it should mean. Like a beta should be coming out like months ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they do this like the week before beta, and it's like,
Yep.
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna change over the week?
Well, that actually
Like-
segues nicely into another thing that I had thought we could potentially talk about is the fact that that like this is just how betas are these days, and like I think Halo Infinite has gotten a big bump just in popularity from people who are just like disappointed by the new Battlefield or COD and are like just looking for something new to play, because not only are those games like they cost money, like $60. The COD might even be more.
Did you talk about
than 60.
2042 last time?
We touched on it, but I don't think it was out yet. But yeah, the beta for Battlefield basically made me not buy that game. Like I just was like, this game doesn't. And here's what I'll say about Battlefield. I actually thought it was like from what I was able to experience without issues, it actually was decently fun. And I think in a while I will not hate that game, but it barely ran on my computer, and there was like so many bugs that I was like, I am not buying this on launch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it wasn't a proper beta. It was
It was
way
a
too
month
late
before,
to
right?
be. Yeah, it was
Something like
less.
a
It was
month,
like 2
yeah.
weeks.
The beta came out after the intended original release date, right?
Actually, yeah, I
'Cause it
think
was
you're right.
supposed
I
to
think
be
you're right.
October 18th, I think, maybe. I don't know. It was something like that, and then they pushed it back a month.
Yeah.
You
You bought
they
it,
did
right,
it on
Cam?
what's apparently the worst map.
Yeah. So
Like,
so I bought the game. I have like 12-ish hours into it right now, and I think so. I certainly think the game. I enjoy playing the game. I think it's fun. I think it's a lot better than the reviews it is getting on Steam, but it is by no means like phenomenal, like, oh my god, you know, game of the year. I hate that term because it seems like every game gets game of the year, but like, you
it
know,
does.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really shitty games.
I think
I think
what I've noticed. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So the people who, you know, it would just like a segue. I don't really understand paying, you know, $90 or $80 or $120 to play a game a week before everyone else, right?
Yeah.
I think there would have to be something extremely compelling about the game that you get in addition to early access to spend that much money on a game that normally costs $60 for me to
Being
pull the trigger
smug.
on it.
You can
But
be smug about it.
watching people play during that week of pre-release, I totally understand the disappointment that came with that, because it was littered with issues, performance issues, bugs, you know, all that stuff. I think a lot of that had been resolved by the time the game, released for the
Yeah, I know
general
they
public,
did
I
a
guess.
surprising amount in that amount of time.
That was
There
one
quite a
of the few times where the fabled day one patch actually fixed shit.
Right. Yes.
That's
Now,
always what the
they're
developers
still-
claim. They're always like, don't
Yeah.
worry, like the review copies are a little scuffed, but the day one patch is gonna fix it right up, and then it doesn't.
There's still bugs, and there's still balance issues, right? I think I had heard that from the beta to the actual game, they doubled the amount of vehicles on the map, and vehicles are broken in this game.
I mean, that's not that's not a problem that's like unique to that game.
It's not, but one
Well, it's
thing
been
that
in
they did,
every Battlefield. Why
well,
are vehicles so lame in Battlefield? And by that I mean generally overpowered. Like
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
In Battlefield 5, if I remember correctly, it felt like they were made out of paper, but like that was another problem. Like it was
This
the opposite
game
end
has
of the
the opposite.
spectrum.
I never
yeah.
played 5.
Yeah.
Good.
2042 has the opposite problem, and this is kind of getting into the weeds a little bit, but
Like 4,
in-
they were just way too healthy.
Mhm.
yeah, in 4 they were healthy, but in 4, if you shot a rocket at the tank, right, if you hit it once, you got the vehicle kill assist when it was eventually destroyed. So you got that dopamine hit of all those points, and then seeing all the names scroll across your screen that you assisted on. 2042, they completely got rid of that. So if you hit that tank once with your rocket, you get 10 points for hitting it, and then someone else blows it up and you get nothing. And it's
Oh
just
shit.
yeah,
Beautiful.
What a
I
weird
hate
thing to
that.
change.
why
Yeah.
remove that? I don't in a game where it does not. I mean, I'm sure it tracks your overall statistics, right? Your overall KD, your overall win-loss. I'm sure something tracks them. There is no way to see that information in the game.
Yeah,
Because
I've heard that too.
FPSs are just headed that way in general for for reasons, right? But I am surprised that they remove a participation trophy type reward for that vehicle kill assist, but then I can't see what my overall KD is. I can't see what my overall win loss is. Like these are things that I just generally like to know. They're not going to change
Yeah.
how I play the game, but like it would be nice to see it. So just strange.
That is
I
a
guess,
weird choice.
Overall design decisions
Yeah.
that went into it.
Well,
I've heard there's sometimes indicators like it looks like it's got some like location based damage, like it'll say like something disabled, not necessarily like vehicle disabled like in old games, but like
right.
the person I talked to was like, yeah, it'll say like I disabled this part of the tank, and there's never any
No,
indication
that's
that anything's
literally
happened.
what it
like,
says. The message says part disabled plus 10. That's it.
Disabled.
That's literally what the message is.
Holy shit, that's like
Yep.
alpha level. Like we're planning on adding that later. Like
What's especially weird about them turning off like the KD and the win loss, or just like not providing a way for you to look at that, is that on one hand, like people sort of claim that games are getting like too competitive, like they're heading in a direction where like too many of them are catered towards like people who want to like be sweaty and like competitive and shit.
Yeah.
And then I guess like Battlefield is heading the opposite direction, where it's like Battlefield's the fun game, like we're where you go to have
Yes.
fun.
Right. Games, yeah. And you see that with like Call of Duty and Battlefield with the introduction of, heavy skill-based matchmaking and things like that. A couple years ago, Call of Duty eliminated kills as a statistic, and they merged kills and deaths into eliminations, right? To artificially inflate your KD, right? Things like that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that's
Weird.
super weird. I guess it's all kind of like a way to just keep people playing the game, though, because it makes
That's
you
exactly
you
what
feel
it
good about
is.
yourself, or at least you don't feel bad about yourself.
Yeah, for lack of a better way to phrase it, they want to keep getting the bad players money, and
Yeah.
if making the bad players feel like better players is what gets them to swipe the credit card, that's what they'll do.
well, it's kind of funny because like as I'm playing, if I'm just dying a ton, like obviously like losing's whatever, but it's like if you're just getting shit on constantly,
Yeah.
that definitely can ruin a game.
Yep.
I don't care if a number later on tells me I did okay. Like
Right,
in
yeah.
the moment
In-
you're not
in the
having a
moment,
good time.
You're having a terrible time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I care more about the scoreboard of like the current game than I do of like my lifetime KD or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'll be like,
If I
oh
look
shit,
at,
like I
oh,
left my
KD is
team down.
0.4, like that's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think a competitive game usually like it's good when you can get shit on every single match and still have like a really good time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because that should tell you like there were some good design decisions there. Otherwise, like maybe you're just in a good mood that day too. Like I think
Yeah, it's definitely
drunk.
quality
so
of the
de-
game
so
I don't
dependent
think
on
we're
mood.
drunk.
And
is
drunk,
entirely
yeah.
contingent on like how drunk you are or how good of a mood you are at the time.
CS:GO is eternal.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't play CS:GO, but it refuses to die.
When earlier when it was mentioned, like the whole like paying $120 like to play it
Yeah.
early or whatever, that's just so wild to me because like let's say 6 months from now and I've heard nothing but good things, I would never buy anything but the base package to start.
No.
And then if for some reason like am I going to enjoy it though? Like why would you pay more than you have to just put your toe into the game or put one foot into the game and try it? Like that's a lot of faith to
It is.
pre-order $120 for a series that has been dropping some fucking stinky ones lately.
Which is
like-
why I'm sort of surprised that this game seemed to still do pretty well. I mean, I guess it had like a pretty solid marketing push because they were like basically like, "Hey, look,
marketing was fantastic.
it's Battlefield 4 basically." And then like there was kind of the rug pull of like, well, it's not really all that much like
Ooh.
Battlefield 4.
Battlefield 42 is mostly negative on Steam right now.
Yeah, so the other thing is
Steam reviews are terrible.
the other thing that I had thought about this game was that the consensus, like Cam has offered a pretty even keeled take on it. It seems like it's not fun. It just has a lot of problems.
Right.
It's like when you think about like a Rotten Tomatoes score, like when you get those movies that are like 0% positive, like a lot of times it's just like it's like 100% mixed reviews or whatever, right? Like
Right.
it's just like a bad metric. Like the recommend or not recommend is a bad metric because of the reasons that people are like either recommending or not recommending it for. Because
I mean,
with
you have
Battlefield,
to
it's like
take into
bugs, performance, all that shit. But then like
Yeah.
in a couple months, if all that shit's fixed and the game is just like fun, it's still going to be sitting at a mostly negative on Steam.
Yep.
For well they still, I mean, they have like the recent reviews
That's true.
things, but I don't know how long that goes for before it like kind of like what time period that covers. But I don't know. I one thing that's kind of nice about the recommend don't recommend thing is if this game was like $10, I'm sure this would be like overwhelmingly positive or something. But this at
Right,
least says
yeah.
to me like I'm not paying $60 for
Yeah,
this. Like
yeah.
I mean, for sure,
For
I
real.
can totally understand how everyone who had paid 80, 90, 120 for it to play it early access, I can totally understand how they'd be pissed off, right?
To be
I
honest,
also
those
think if
people
you pay
deserve
that much, you need
that.
to rethink your
Yeah.
decision
you
making
do,
process.
you do. I
like-
mean, yeah.
You know what was the last game I pre-ordered?
What?
Cyberpunk. No, wait, I don't even think I pre-ordered
Yeah.
Cyberpunk. I think I bought
No,
that like
I
a couple
pre-ordered.
days
I
after.
pre-ordered
I bought it day
Cyberpunk
of, I
like
think.
day of,
think
I
got it,
guess.
like-
I don't know, but the
wasn't gonna
thing
pre-order it, then I bought it the day.
the thing
before.
with that game for me is that it ran fine for me and I enjoyed it. So like
Yeah, I really
I don't
didn't
know.
have
Yeah,
issues
mine,
with
mine
it.
ran pretty good.
I guess
I
like
remember. Maybe I didn't.
it's not a
pre-order it, but-
perfect game, but like considering I like got it, installed it like day of, was like super excited to play it, and then just like, you know, put 80 hours into it in like 2 weeks. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that like while I concede that pre-ordering that game like from just kind of like a moral standpoint was maybe not a good idea, I'm kind of like objectively I got my money's worth out of it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
enjoyed the
well, at
glitches
least
a
I
lot.
can say that CD Projekt Red has a generally pretty good track record as opposed to EA
Well,
and like
Yeah.
DICE.
yeah,
Yeah,
people
not
have like
anymore.
really
I mean-
really short memories too, but I guess people view kind of like the transgressions of CDPR with Cyberpunk as being kind of like greater than the sum of their like positive aspects before
But
that, which
I mean, like,
which I don't
before
totally
Cyberpunk
disagree with,
was
but
tainting the pool. It was like, oh, Witcher was amazing. I'll probably like this game, as opposed to Battlefield, where I'm like, the last few I didn't even buy, and I heard almost nothing but bad things about. So
Yeah.
why would I pre-order the next one?
that's
Sure, but I
like
think it
what
can-
yeah. Go ahead, Garrett.
it can turn around sometimes because I would almost make the argument that the Halo series is a game that kind of has a horseshoe of quality because
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if anybody liked Halo 4. I wasn't a huge fan.
No,
of
I
it,
didn't really like
personally.
it. It's not terrible.
and it seems like Infinite. Like people keep saying like it's a return to form, but I think that's kind of just like
I don't think it's a return
flavor
to
words.
form at
Yeah.
all. Like
Um,
it's very different from old Halo
it's
in
at least
ways that
a
I personally
return.
enjoy.
But
It's a return to like Halo being like popular again. Because for
yeah,
the longest time, I don't think it
Oh.
had nearly as big of a user base since the Halo 2.
Well, the fact that
That's
it's
the way
on
I see it,
PC
too.
on release is a pretty big like change in who can access it when it used
Yeah.
to just be for Xbox kids.
Well,
like,
there's a few things like I do see it as a bit of a return to form, but like, does return to form necessarily mean like it's just like the old ones, or like it just is
Combat
like
Evolved was on PC. I know
yeah,
that.
it was.
Sorry.
And Halo 3 had
had
like
it.
there was something from Halo 3 was on PC, but it wasn't like the full game. I don't know. It was like a
Usually,
weird
just the campaign. I'm not sure. I
yeah,
don't know,
something
maybe
like that.
only multiplayer. I don't know.
But anyways, to me it like they did a good job of like capturing like what was fun about Halo while also like meaningfully iterating on it. Like
Modernizing it a bit.
yeah. Yeah, modernizing is a good way to put it. And in reality, it shares like gameplay wise kind of from what I've seen. I didn't really play Halo 5. It does actually share a decent bit in common with Halo 5, but they just kind of brought it like back to the mean. Like it felt like less of a departure and more of like a meaningful iteration, I guess.
I'll be honest, I didn't realize Halo 5 was a thing. Is that Reach or is that a different game?
Nope, just called Halo 5.
Is
There was a Halo
that's
5.
one.
Yes.
I think Halo 5 was the one with the 4-player co-op.
Yep.
I have like a memory hole. Like,
Generally-
like the
Very well, I
last,
don't think.
Generally
like
pretty
almost the last
disliked.
decade.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like popular games that I completely, or not necessarily popular, but used to be popular games that just didn't realize even existed. I think
Especially when it's an Xbox exclusive, so you can't blame yourself too much if you didn't even have a chance to play it.
like same thing with I think the Mass Effect series. Is that another game that just kind of completely fell off the wagon?
Well,
Oh
Andromeda
yeah,
happened.
I was like, wait, even Mass Effect 3, which was not like super well received, is still pretty well liked these days. So
It's
my
not
chat
bad,
just said,
it's just
"Bro,
not as
your
good as
Discord."
2.
Welcome, Hudson. But yeah,
What's going on in
I don't know. You just
Oh.
said, "Bro, your Discord." But yeah, I almost forgot about Andromeda because I was trying to think about Mass Effect 3, and I was like, well, it wasn't like people didn't hate it that much.
I generally try not to think about Andromeda, so
I don't know hardly anything about
Alex
it. I just
enjoyed
know-
it, but Alex will enjoy just about any game.
Alex
I-
enjoys every game.
I do enjoy bad games. But so I'm not
I'm
the
paying
arbiter
for
of
'em, though.
like oh, I only play like my library is only full of like perfectly designed games. Like I objectively have shit taste. I go out of my
Oh.
way to find bad games sometimes. I'm the person who has replayed Wide Putin 64 multiple times. So
I've
Have
kind
you
of
beaten it?
I have beaten it. I have beaten.
yeah.
Wide Putin 64.
I think I beat it the same night as you, but it is like actually kind of stupidly hard to beat that game. Anyways, what the fuck were we saying? I totally lost my train of thought because of that.
Bad video games and
Yeah,
why
bad
we
games.
enjoy them.
You said you set aside your ego and you just play shit now.
Yeah. That was all
Yeah.
I kind of like, because there was a
Okay.
point in time where I would just like look at something and be like, this looks like shit. But I mean, literally,
See,
like
I'm still there.
yeah. My latest video on YouTube is literally just me playing random demos for games, and I actually have like come to enjoy that a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I've discovered some pretty great games that way. I probably never would have played Ultra Kill if I hadn't just like tried out weird looking games, because that game does not. And yeah, Pre-Simulator is another amazing one that I discovered.
When I should do that as well, because when I was like a kid, and didn't have like a debit card, and I had to go ask my mom if I ever wanted a game, and like I'd play demos on Steam, and I found so many games that were fun, and I don't remember 90% of them, and I kind of wish I did, because I want to know if I'd still enjoy them.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's actually a lot of demos on Steam. I'm sure lots of shitty ones, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
free.
Yeah, so I posted that video, which
I don't think I've watched it yet. Did you post that one?
I
last
posted
night
it
or
yesterday, yeah.
today?
But I
Yeah,
also
I
like
haven't
almost
seen it.
all my reviews in that one were like positive, but then I made like, because I had tried a whole bunch more demos. I made like another video on my second channel that was all of like the negative reviews, and there was a bunch of them. But yeah, it's kind of actually fun way to check shit out. I've decided.
There's a YouTuber whose name I don't remember that plays like basically every single game on Steam that has like Souls-like mentioned or like any tags like that, and it's pretty entertaining to watch because like there's just tons of like super shitty like just weird stuff, some weird like anime games that really like a lot of them aren't Souls like at all. They just use that as a tag to like get attention, but he's found some pretty interesting things doing that, and some of it's just funny.
I think you should be deliberately going out of your way to find games that are mostly negative and play those exclusively.
All right,
Like,
Battlefield,
I need
Battlefield
like a
2042.
full
Yeah, like
video.
Battlefield 2042.
I need a full video of like Unity asset flips. If it's not just that, then like, no sale.
You wouldn't exactly be the first to make one, but it is fun to hunt those down and try them.
Yeah. Well, it's fun.
Remember
It's a good thing.
gaming magazines in the mail with demo discs? Yeah, I got some of those.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yeah. I still have a
There was
bunch
those.
somewhere at
There was
home,
the, and
like,
then there was
in
the cereal
Minnesota.
box ones too.
Mhm.
RCT, yeah.
Fucking Chex Quest.
I've heard of Chex Quest, but I've never actually experienced it.
It's just reskinned Doom. It's fantastic. Like,
Yeah, you can get that. I
um,
think you can get that Doom wad pretty easily too.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
oh yeah, you. I'm pretty sure you can play it in browser.
Maybe I
think
play
did it
Chex Quest
recently.
on stream.
It's a good game. You should just like they have like giant Doom wad collections out there.
Oh,
I'm pretty
Chex
sure-
Quest HD is on Steam. I forgot about
Oh,
that.
it is? Holy crap.
Yeah, it's free.
That's pretty amazing.
Oh god, it's
Oh,
like
there-
3D Chex Quest though.
there's
So
a,
like, if you want the
it's
original
like a remake?
experience, you know what?
There's a
Yeah,
multiplayer version
basically.
of Doom, the original Doom that exists.
Like,
I
oh, like a
wanna try it
co-op
someday.
campaign?
Yeah.
that would be kinda
I
fun.
don't know. I don't know how good it is, but like it looks really interesting because I mean it's the traditional like 3D environment with 2D sprites. And I think you can play the entire like Doom campaign in it. So, but looks fun.
No.
I don't know how good it is, but
Yeah, that actually would be a fun thing probably to do on stream as well if you wanted to do that.
yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, I don't know if you keep a list, but
Oh, I've got a list. It's long. But yeah. All right, we've been going for an hour and a half. What do you guys got anything else you want to say, or Garrett?
I mean,
Garrett, the floor is
I
yours.
I always have things like that could. I mean, most of it is nefarious and is designed deliberately to lower the quality of your stream. But, so I got to
yeah,
be careful.
Garrett, how
because,
about you
if-
talk about big news from the last week? Why don't you do that?
So the discovery of
Don't do that.
goblins.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Where?
yeah.
Yeah.
The mind goblins.
Mind
no, just
goblins,
normal
yeah.
Goblins.
Yeah,
Like
mind
normal
goblin
goblins
these
exist.
nuts.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. You
All
probably
right.
want to end this. Never mind.
That has been Sweatlords podcast episode 2. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna actually end my stream here because I am planning to do kind of a long stream tomorrow before Thanksgiving. But it was a fun one. Thanks guys for coming on. Thanks for hanging out, and yeah. Well, I think right now just doing these about every 2 weeks or so. That's what we've done so far, but this is episode 2, so who the fuck knows what'll happen. Plan is still eventually to put this on audio platforms in some capacity. I still have no fucking clue how to do that, but I will figure it out. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow with a more normal stream. Say bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.